But when you have a great brand, when you have great experiences, when you have great stuff, that's what you need to showcase, because it all starts with trust. Okay, so another question we had coming in is, what is the biggest sales and marketing mistake physician-owned businesses make that turn patients off? That is tough. First of all, I think the biggest mistake that any of these people make is they blur the lines between marketing and sales, right? And so they're never truly aligned. Marketing and sales is never truly aligned. Marketing, we're showcasing products, we're trying to bring these people in. Sales, they obviously want to close. It's all about close, 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 close. And so sometimes that's when the consumer can kind of get lost. They're like, hang on a minute, your brand's all soft and cuddly, this is wonderful, this is great. They move through to a sales kind of consultation, and it ends up like, hang on, now you're abrasive, now you're pushing me away, you know, I thought we were in love with each other, what's happening? So that's the number one mistake, is that often the marketing doesn't align with the experience as they come through the entire process. And so there's a tripping point there somewhere where that happens. And so, you know, more to that, I think that when they say sales and marketing, the biggest mistake I think you can make is when you kind of falsely advertise yourself, in the sense that you've got a marketing entity that doesn't really know you and your brand and your business intimately enough to put the truth out there, that when people come through with that brand trust, it's exactly what they're getting. Now, if you haven't got a good brand, and if you haven't got a good culture, and you're not giving your patients good experience, you're just gonna have to lie, I guess. But obviously you're gonna get caught out. But when you have a great brand, when you have great experiences, when you have great stuff, that's what you need to showcase, because it all starts with trust, right? The best messaging is always trust first, and building that brand trust and building that kind of familiarity with what's happening. So when they walk through the door at your practice, it feels like they know you, it feels like they've seen you before. I'm sure that a lot of you have experienced this as physicians in towns. You're kind of local celebrities to a certain extent because you've spent so much money on advertising. But when they walk in, they still kind of want that. And so you need to be really conscious about the way that that is presented to the public, so that when they come and meet you for the first time, they're not like, man, he wasn't like he was on TV. This is what people think all the time. So just make sure that your internal culture, the internal patient expectation experience, is what is being pushed out to the marketplace, so there's not that jar when they walk through the door. And then to lessen that, you know, take that jar away from when they walk through a door. Brand trust, familiarity, this is exactly what I expected. It's so fantastic, wonderful. Then when they move to that sales type experience, let's make sure that that transaction also matches, so it's kind of all fluid, and people kind of walk away with this really great experience where there's never been kind of peaks and troughs. And often that's what you'll end up with, is these peaks and troughs in the patient experience. And that can do to wait time, that can do to a bunch of different things. But mostly it happens in two places. One is the messaging wasn't accurate to the expectation, so there's a tripping point. And the second is that the sales process is abrasive to the experience, and that's the other tripping point right there. So eliminating both those two are the first thing that you can do, first and foremost. Then it's up to you to have that wonderful culture, to have that great staff, to build that beautiful customer experience. And it's just this level of transparency that I think people really expect. Moving into this new kind of normal, this is what people are going to want 100%. So that would be what I'd suggest.